Thank you. Thank you, Father Tom. My brother told me I have 7 minutes, and I do what he tells me. So thank you all for coming. And before I share some reflections, I want to mention 3 people. My Aunt Nancy and Uncle John Beringer. My Uncle John passed away in 2021. When our dad died in '96, they helped my mom. My Uncle John took the lead. He stepped in precisely and generously to help my mom make her way, which she did. They didn't have to do that, they just did it, and it was heroic. The second person I want to thank is Brian Barrett of Brian's Marathon. He's no relation, but he's a great friend. If you wanted to help my mom out, you had to really think it through. You had to outflank her. And Brian was the only person I know who ever really fooled my mom. You see, over time, we all anteed up, got traction, and started to take care of some things for our mom, and one was her car. My mom would take her car to Brian's, he'd fix it, and then he'd call me. And for 25 years, it went like this. Mike Barrett, it's Brian Barrett, your mom was here, give me your credit card. Later that evening, I'd be with my mom, and so often she would say, that Brian Barrett, he's such a fine young man. He fixes my car, and he never charges me. So touche to Brian. I'd love to share a few stories about my mom because my mom possessed a world-class curiosity. She wanted to know your stories and how you were doing. She may have come dangerously close to being nosy, but in fact, she was just pursuing you because she saw you as a miracle, and she saw your story was filled with wonder. As a result, you didn't hear many of her stories. So I'd like to share a few of them today. As we go through life, we collect names, and for me it was Mike, Michael, Mikey, Bear, Mr. Barrett. But I often heard the same one sentence after those different labels. Your mom is a saint. When I was younger, it kind of hit me the wrong way because my understanding of saints was that they would help you sell a house, or they would find your keys, or they were these one-dimensional figures in stained glass at churches. But then I started to read about these actual saints, and I came to understand that they were human beings that lived full lives just like us. The difference was their virtue, their actions, their habits, it was all fueled by their faith, a world-class faith. And that's how I came to see my mom. My mom was really courageous and kind simultaneously. As Tom discussed, her Brooks Brothers career revealed her courage. She worked downtown and she worked a lot of nights, and we would pick her up when she worked late. One night I got there early. This was a long time ago. The world was different. Brooks Brothers was very buttoned up. And I saw her helping a gentleman who was buying women's clothing for himself. And I watched as she treated him with such dignity and respect. It was almost like God was stepping in to say, do you want to know how to live? Do that. Be that. What a gift. What a blessing for me to witness. My mom was a fierce and enlightened disciplinarian. I bet you didn't expect me to say that. In my entire life, my mom yelled at me exactly one time. February 1979. Our basketball team was undefeated, and I was on the starting 5. Our team had made the conference championship, and we had a few games left. The second team was going to play those games. I was sitting at the kitchen table, pontificating about how unfair it was that our perfect season may be put in jeopardy. My mom had her back to me. She was washing a bowl of fruit. She turned around enraged. She told me I was being selfish. I couldn't have the whole bowl of fruit. It was a shock that corrected me down to my bones. I knew exactly what she was saying, and I felt awful about it. I don't think a month has gone by when I haven't thought about that. My mom was a great educator. A good educator elevates a student. A great educator elevates a student almost like a magic trick. It was the 1990s. There was a social virus hitting America where elderly parents were being abandoned in wheelchairs by relatives at entrances of hospitals. There was righteous indignation that erupted all over the country, and I was all in. After I shared my opinionated rage with my mom, she shared with me that she was feeling for the people who were leaving their loved ones at the hospital, for their anguish and their pain that these families must have been in to come to the conclusion that that was their only move. That was my mom. I was often running as a know-it-all, and she was playing 4D chess with her faith-inspired insights. Lastly, it took me some time to understand my best lesson, her best story, and here goes. My parents lost everything. To me, that was sad. I watched my mom move forward, the enormous grit and determination to get through it. I had great admiration for that. And how she somehow stuffed down the disappointment and the sadness. That too I admired. But as I got to witness her live her life, I came to realize something entirely different. To me, she had lost everything. But to her, she had lost nothing. Her journey was joyful. She had her faith. She had us. She had her grandchildren. She had all of you. What a gift she gave me to witness that and to learn that lesson. So as I stand here today and I reflect on all those times when all those people would come up to me and say that one sentence, "Your mom is a saint," I think maybe they were onto something. Thank you.